Hello! Bonjour, tout le monde. Bonsoir, actually. So, hello, all of you. Let's go back up and greet everyone. I had to put a comment in because usually there's people in the chat early, and there really wasn't. So I thought maybe the chat was broken. So anyway, hi, Great Zaza, and hi, Maria, and Anne Maria, and Donna, and Miss Ciara, Diana by the beach, Donna again. Thank you. I'm glad you like my little banner, the logo there. And let's see, who else? La Bricaluz, hello. Marie from Stockholm, greetings to you. And Angie, good afternoon, where you are. Spunky from Cape Cod. I was in Cape Cod when I was a teenager. It's the last time I was there, though. So, hi, Susan from Ireland, and another Susan. And let's see, and Miss Ciara's from London this week. Where are you normally at, Miss Ciara? Hi, Dennis. Hi, JM. Hi, Melissa from Colorado. I'm glad you're here. Patuzissima. Hi. Casey from Alaska. Yes, Lucy's a beach babe. Lucy's here. I got to reach for her here. She's here. She's gonna check in on the side there. And hi, Rainbow Fuchsia. Hi, Monique. Postcards in, I don't remember your name before postcards. Welcome in. Hi, Christopher, Lenny, Bear Paws. John, see you too. Welcome in. Brian from Seattle. Fair from Texas. Hi, James in Arizona, everybody. That's James. He's a wonderful supporter. Christopher at McDonald's. You're at McDonald's right now, Christopher? And Miss Sierra, you split your time between Paris and San Diego. Well, you're in London or in England right now, UK. Hi, Maria's from Kentucky. Where in Kentucky are you from, Maria? Hi, Beth. Welcome in. I'm glad you made it to the live stream. And Sultan from the Philippines. Brian from Sacramento. Pamela, another person from Sweden. We have two people from Sweden here. James is doing the Lucy Llamas there. Thanks, James. Michigan. Wow. We always have people from all over. It's great. Hi, Jean-Marc. Welcome in. You're in France right now. Okay. We're in France. Hi, Sue from London. Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to all of you. Oh, Maria says she's 25 miles south of Cincinnati. Okay. I was born in Kentucky, Maria. That's why I asked. I was born at Fort Campbell Army Base. So, Jean-Marc, oh, that's right. You're having a late dinner because we're in Europe. And which brings me to something I have to mention. So, when I shared my budget thing and about like what I spent on meals and stuff, it was really interesting. Some people thought it was too much. Some people thought it was just right. Because that wasn't just eating out. That was stuff I'm buying to eat where I'm at as well. In addition to things like paper towels, plastic bags, things I had to buy. So it's a lot of things. But anyway, people were concerned that I said I didn't really eat dinner. And they thought maybe it was because of this situation. No, I don't do dinner because my stomach goes on shutdown about 6 p.m. So if I eat dinner, I'd be up all night with like reflux problems. So I just can't. I just haven't been able to do that for years. So if I don't eat before, I usually eat by around 4 o'clock, and that's like the last I eat. Sometimes like today, about 5 o'clock, I had a little bit of French bread with some camembert cheese. So I did have that about 5, but that's about the latest I can go. And I always have something just light, like bread and cheese or hard-boiled eggs or something like that. So, yeah, I wish I could eat at night. I haven't been able to do that for years. Hi, Inner You. Welcome, wonderful moderator. Well, knock on wood, I haven't had to deal with that yet. I do have health insurance for anything major over here. But if I just get something minor, like a bug, I can go pay for an urgent care. It's not expensive here. So I'm not worried about that. Of course, we're always worried about something more serious, but I can't just, can't worry about those things. Yeah. Now, see, lunch is my big meal. Like, I always eat something in the morning. About an hour after I get up, I usually have something. So I might have bread and cheese or bread and butter or eggs or, something like that. I don't eat a lot in the morning. When I was back in my home, I used to have yogurt in the morning, but I haven't found a yogurt I really like here yet. I tried a couple of them and I just didn't want to keep spending money on yogurts I didn't like. So maybe eventually I'll find a yogurt I like. Yeah. Hi, May. Welcome in. Hi, Esther. So anyway, I just want to assure you, I'm not starving myself at all. In fact, technically, without realizing it, there's this whole thing about intermittent fasting. I've been intermittent fasting for years. I mean, I basically go about 15 hours of not eating every day. So, hi, Tyler from Nice, France. Welcome in. I hope to see Nice maybe in September. I'm not getting there right now, but yeah. Hi, Nordic Light, another person from Sweden. Katarina, thank you. I know I have 3 Swedish people in here. That's great. Oh, green tea. I miss it, James. I do miss my green tea. There's no green tea I can have. I mean, I can get hot green tea, and I actually brought some hot green tea bags, but I miss the iced green tea I used to get. And I don't know. I think it's going to be a lost cause over here. I just have to adjust. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Mimi. Or Anaya's Mimi. Yeah, I don't like flavored yogurts. I'm a person, I like plain yogurt, but then just put like a teaspoon of sugar in it just to cut it a little bit and not be as sour. But I don't like I've tried a couple of yogurts here and I didn't like them. So I miss the yogurt. Yeah. Yes, I have. I've met Jeff a couple times. In fact, I saw him today. We met for lunch and we had a wonderful chat. He's really great. We just really hit it off as, we have a lot of things in common, and it's really just nice to chat with somebody from the US. We can speak in English, which I don't get to do hardly at all, except, I mean, I'm on here speaking in English, but it's really nice to do that. So, yeah, it's probably, I don't know if I'm going to see him again before I go. I'm leaving a week from Saturday from here to go to Dijon. So we'll have one more live stream from here. Thank you, Stella, for reminding people to hit the thumbs up. No, actually, green tea, I think is better for my tummy. I haven't had lower tummy problems except for like one day since I've been here. And I've been eating like wheat, which is awesome. No, my tummy's been good, but no, green tea, I was actually really good for me. When the days I had green tea, my digestion seemed to be better. So no, I miss it. I think what I'll do is if I end up going back to the US in the fall at some point for a brief period before I can like reapply for something and maybe come back as a resident, I'm going to stock up on green tea bags at least and and just make my own. Like just brew it and in like a sun tea kind of thing, and then just have to make it myself. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Ciara. Yeah, so the UK is blowing my budget completely in June. It's gonna be disgusting. So yeah. Hi, Helena. Hola from Portugal. And Rainbow Fuchsia, welcome in. I don't know, Sierra. I don't think so. Not in Perpignan. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Yeah, I know I only have a little over a week left. Tomorrow I'm gonna film tomorrow. Well, I've been filming all week. I'm actually doing a special video to put up on my Patreon. So I'm starting to get, I don't know if any of you are my Patreon members, but I do have some members over there. So I need to give them a video. So I've been making a special video this week for them. It's taking several days because it's hard to explain. But anyway, I've been working on that. But I am going to do a video tomorrow that'll go up for Sunday. So yeah, hi Elizabeth. I'm glad you caught me for a live stream. Well, I hope maybe that we can get together with you and your family, Jean-Marc, meet somewhere. I'm not gonna be in London a lot. I'm only gonna be in London like 3 days the end of May, and then I'll be in London 3 days the end of June. But I will be staying near London, like in the beginning of July for like a week and a half, or about a week. And I mean, short distance away, just in Kent, just south of London. So, but I can't stay much in London. It's just way too expensive. So, hi, Debbie. Hi, Francis. So anyway, I wanted to address that so you guys didn't think that I was not like hurting myself by not eating dinner. It's like, no, I just I've had a bad tummy for my digestive system is the worst part of my body. It's been a mess most of my adult life after I was about 35. And it's been my upper stomach, it's also been my intestinal issues. I mean, I've just had issues off and on a lot of my adult life after 35. So I think that's a payback because when I was really young in my 20s, I had what I called an iron stomach. Like I could eat anything and it didn't bother me. I remember being in the Peace Corps and everybody was getting like tummy issues, from being in Africa and stuff like that. And I never got that except for the one time I got cholera and almost died. But other than that, I never had tummy issues other than that there. It was weird. And so yeah, I should never have bragged about that. Is all I'm saying. Hi, Catherine from London. Oh, yeah, Jen, my tummy issues are much better. I can eat gluten. It's not a problem over here because the wheat doesn't have that poison in it. So I'm able to eat wheat with no problem. And I've only had one day in I've been here 6 weeks. I've only had one day where I had some lower tummy issues. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, Donna. But see, the thing is, I can tell you that you could probably eat bread in Europe. I'm so happy about that. I was actually just telling that to Jeff today as I was because he doesn't have a gluten problem, but he said, "Oh, I hope I don't ever." He likes bread, so he said, "I hope I don't ever have gluten problem." And I go, "You won't in Europe because they don't put crap in their wheat, apparently." So anyway. Oh, who was? Oh, your mom was in Namibia. Oh, good for her, Ciara. That sounds, Namibia is a country that actually interests me to go to in Africa. I don't really want to go to Africa except like Morocco, but because I've been in West Africa, but Namibia always sounds really kind of interesting to me. Oh yeah, I had endoscopies. My stomach's no worse than it was. It's just that it's been like this for years and I've had tests and everything else. It's just I've got a really sensitive, I inherited this. My mother had stomach issues. My grandmother on the other side of the family had stomach issues. It's just we've got really it's what I call a nervous stomach. My stomach responds to stress more than most people's. It doesn't. There's certain kinds that like it can't handle a lot of rich food, especially the older. Our digestion gets worse as we get older. So that's part of the problem too. But no, I don't have any like major problem. I just have to work with it. Yeah, I know. The old iron stomach, that's gone. We did get vaccinated for cholera, JM, and I still got it. because it's not 100% effective, and almost died. Seriously, almost died. I mean, it was very touch and go. Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing okay over here. Um, oh, thank you, Lord Gumi, for the green tea, Kuzmi tea store. It's near the Castelier. Okay. Yeah, I have some green tea that I brought with me that for like hot tea. So I do have some on hand, but I just miss the iced variety because, as you know, any of you that live in Europe, you don't get ice here. Where's the frickin' ice? Just- okay. Anyway, so what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to ask you guys a question. If it, Lucy wants to, sorry, she needs to get a better view. There we go. Okay. Lucy yeah. What's that, Lucy? Oh, she's just excited every live stream because this is her main thing now. She's not always in my normal videos. So, but she gets to sit in on all the live streams. So she's always really happy about that. Yeah. I know, Jean-Marc. It's like, what's the problem with the ice? Just, it's not that hard. You just freeze water in a tray or you get an ice maker. I don't understand the issue. I'm just saying. I'm sure they have ice trays here, Bear Paws. I just, I don't have a freezer where I'm living, so it wouldn't help me here to even make my own ice. But yeah, what's funny is I got some kind of I think I got like a bottled iced tea when I first got here, like the first week, because I didn't realize they only give you the frickin' bottle of like Lipton, and it was like peach tea because they have this fixation on peach iced tea here. And they gave me a glass with like 2 ice cubes in it. 2. Because I guess they're being generous with the ice. I am getting, LH is asking if I'm getting a lot of walking. I am. Did you know when I was back in the US, I was probably walking about a mile and a quarter a day most days. Over here, I walk at least 2 miles, usually closer to 2.5, like 4 or 5 days a week. And there's a couple days this week that I walked over 3 miles. So yes, I'm getting great mileage. And it feels good, actually. I love walking here because it's just so interesting walking along the streets. And, when I come back to where I live, I'm going through that park. And like this afternoon, I sat there for probably an hour in the park. There was all kinds of older people in there. And it's, that's the thing. You have to pick the park when there's people there. When there's a lot of people there, it feels really safe. You want to avoid it when there's like no one in the park, apparently. But I've had no other issues with that. So it's fine. But yeah, no, I've been walking the whole time, Elizabeth. It's just that I'm walking more now because I've gotten more used to it. So, yeah, Lord Gumi, I don't think I can add it to my must-have list. I already have certain things I have to have in my Airbnb, so ice isn't at the top of the list. It's like, I know. Well, I knew I would love that. See, this is not a surprise to me that I was going to love walking over here because, I always knew that Europe, has all these walking cities. Most of their cities are built for this, and I love walking, so I knew it was going to be great. And I really do love it. I can see building up. I mean, I'm doing probably 4 to 5,000 steps a day, and I don't think I'm ever going to do 10,000 steps a day. In fact, they say when you're in your 70s, you don't need to do 10,000, but to get up to consistently maybe doing around 6,000 steps a day would be great. So, yeah. I know. Well, I'm hoping to get to Morocco in the fall. We'll see how long I can stay. I'm hoping I can stay for like all of September, maybe all of October, and I can get in some Morocco, some Portugal, some Spain, a little bit more of France, before I go, if I go back, which is a big who knows right now. I can't make that assessment until I see what's going on. So, and what kind of money's coming in. So, anyway, okay. What else was I going to mention to you guys? Oh, so I was going to ask you a question. Would it be okay if we do the live stream an hour earlier? Because this is like 8 o'clock my time over here, and it's a little late for me. I mean, it's like I start winding down by 8. So it's it's hard for me to like, I have to get myself really pumped up to like stay energetic this whole time. So does that sound okay? Maybe an hour earlier starting next week? Okay, I'll definitely, I'll schedule it for that. So so if you're on Pacific time in the US, it'll be at 10 a.m. instead of 11 a.m. So I'm hoping that will work better because this is just a little bit late. So anyway, okay. Thank you guys for weighing in on that. Most of you are saying it's fine. I'm sure it's not going to be fine for everyone, but I'm doing the best I can over here, guys. Doing the best I can. Oh, that's nice, JM. I didn't see that. If I come back to the US. Yeah, where do you live? What part of the country? Yeah, there's lots of allergens, there's lots of pollen going on with tree pollen out here right now, and yet I'm not having real allergy problems yet. Normally, the only thing I'm super allergic to is grass pollen, which usually comes out like in June. So I did bring some Claritin with me, and you can buy over-the-counter antihistamine here. So I'll be fine. I'll have to take that for maybe a month or two because I do have really like, of course, I'm in a new environment with different type of grass, so maybe I won't have any bad allergies this year, but I got the Claritin just in case. Oh, hi, Helena. Oh, okay. Thank you. We'll keep in touch. I may take you up on that. I don't know. It depends on my budget at that time. That's very nice of you. Yeah, you can always send me an email. Like my email address is in the description, and then let me know, and then I can always contact you by email. But yeah, I would like to stay for a while, at least a couple weeks in Portugal. Um, maybe more, maybe, so we'll just see what I can do. I still that may be a country I'll go ahead and apply for residency because I think it'll be easier. But I'm still not giving up totally on France at this point. So, and it's weird. I wanted to share with you guys. I actually do like it here. Now I know it was funny. I was talking to a guy in the store today who spoke English, and I've seen him before. I've chatted with him before, and he said, "Oh, will you come back here into Perpignan?" And I go, "Yeah, probably." I said, I'm kind of getting fonder of the place than I thought I would be initially. Oh, okay. Thanks, Maria, for letting me know where you are. Yeah, I'll let you know if I'm coming that way and need a place to stay. I appreciate it. Oh, John Mark's eating his dinner while he's watching. Yeah, there's so many places I wanted to go down here, but because I'm trying to just be careful with the budget and the money right now because I'm just kind of making sure I have enough money to get through June, especially after that, things won't be as expensive. So I just didn't want to have to go spend a bunch of money going on little side trips right now. And I've really enjoyed it. Like today, before I met Jeff for lunch, I discovered this fabulous, it's called the Wall of Majorca or something. It's a wall. It used to be like part of the Citadel back in 1300 in Perpignan. And they still have the bottom half of the wall down this street. And they've built like modern like apartments on top of this 1300 wall. So I filmed some of that. I'll put it in a video so you guys can see it. And I just love discovering stuff. I didn't even know it was there. I was at this place once before that, we were meeting at, but then I never noticed that. And so I was walking down and I saw the sign for it, so I got the history of it because they had it in English as well. And then I just love old, like things that are, I mean, that's like what, 800 years old and almost 900 years old, this wall. And I mean, gosh, and they have these like remnants of the bottom half of the turrets. And you can see, they have the arrow slits in the turrets, where they used to like, be able to shoot arrows out of the arrow slits and nobody could like really, attack them from them. So anyway, it's really nice. I'm a history geek. And I'm starting to get, because now I'm adjusting better. I'm starting to really get into the history stuff. So I know that as each place I go, like Dijon has some, I already like watched some videos on Dijon. So I'd get Dijon. So I'd get more, know what I want to see when I get there. And yeah, the history of that place is fascinating. And yeah, anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's not talk about the stocks though, guys. We let's not get depressed right now. Of course, I don't have any stocks, so, but I'm just saying, yeah, let's not go down that road. Yeah, that's the thing, Nordic Light. Katrina, I think is your name. I've heard that on the Portugal visa, I can actually apply in Portugal if I'm there. I think for the French visa, I have to go back to the US, though. I don't think I can get a visa here while I'm in France. So there are it depends on the country. Some countries will let you apply in the country, some of them won't. So there's a lot of, if I do go back to the US, as long as I have enough money to come back here, if I got a visa, then I would only probably stay in the US maybe 2, 3 months. That's my guess. So at the end of the year, probably like mid-November to, February or something like that, and then come back over here. So thank you, NYC, for an invitation to Nice. Well, send me an email and and tell me that, and then we'll connect if I need a place. Actually, yeah, Lane, well, that's what I thought, but I did read something that Portugal, it depends. You can be staying there and they will let you apply. But I think you kind of I'd probably have to get some assistance with that. So I'm not really sure. I think some countries are a little more flexible than others, but I know France is not. Yeah. So anyway. Yes, CR, thanks. I know. The problem is I can't really afford an immigration attorney. I really can't. So, okay. I know. I just hope I can stay somewhere that is a good place to live. I just would, I'm okay. I'm adjusting to this kind of lifestyle, which is, this kind of slow travel, staying in one place for longer. But there are days it's tough. And there are days like today was a good day. I only had like one tough day this week mentally about it. So it just, I just have to kind of, roll with it, but I'm having more good days than bad days as far as adjustment. So, and no, Elizabeth, not really. In fact, I'm going to share a couple of things. I'm not going to give it away, but on the end of my video that comes out Sunday, not always, but I try to give you something upbeat, like an interaction. I'm going to share something with you, which was kind of cool that this week. No, I haven't really gotten that from anybody except that one lady at that first store I bought my computer at. So Beer Paws, I have no idea. I honestly, I've never really asked him that. So if you watch his channel, you can ask him that. I have no idea. I know he plans to stay overseas. I don't know if I don't know if you mean in Perpignan. I have no idea. So, um, you can ask him. Yeah, well, we'll see, Don. I'm probably gonna have to come back for at least temporarily. So, I'm gonna try to delay it till at least I have a ticket for October, but I'm trying to probably delay that for a month because I can change my ticket. So, I'm probably gonna try to not have to go back to the US till November. Um, well, he's not a permanent resident, Darlene. I think, but he has his long stay visa. So that's not a permanent resident. That's still a temporary resident. I don't think you get permanent residency unless I think you have to be here 2, 3 years, and then you can get like a longer, like what's considered, I guess, and kind of permanent residency. It's not he's only been here 10 months. So I know it's not permanent at this point. My email's in the description of the video, and it should be in the description of this live stream in NYCEJW. I saw that, Pamela J. I look at her channel, the creator that went and she's living in Bulgaria. Yeah, I know. See this now, I don't have this problem because I'm not living over here right now. But if you transfer your Google AdSense account to another country, apparently you can have a real nightmare. So yeah, that's something to think about too for the future, because boy, that would suck. So yeah, I just saw that video today. Is it 5 years, Jean-Marc? Yeah, see, I knew you had to be. You don't get permanent residency until you've been here a while in France. So yes, it's the eldergalbusiness@gmail.com, NYCE. Uh, James is looking for a wife. James, I hope you're joking, but it's just maybe not. Buddy, come on. James lives in Arizona, everyone, just so you know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I can tell every week. This brings me to my comment of the day, or actually the comment of the week, which actually was somebody who did a comment several days ago, like a week ago or so, but I just happened to finally answer it today. Sometimes I don't get to your comments for like a week or two, but I try to get back to a lot of them. And I don't always do all of them. But I like this. This brings me to a great comment that came in. Um, okay. This is from someone named Carol Yearsley. I don't think Carol's ever been in the chat. So, but this is interesting. She talks about how culture shock, kind of like when you go to a new place, how it affects you. So she goes, what you are experiencing is normal. I think it was in response to me talking about like hitting the wall or something like that. She goes, when moving to a foreign country, there is an actual experience called culture shock. It goes like this. The first 2 weeks is the excitement phase where everything is new and rosy. Well, that didn't really happen to me, but anyway, after that, phase one starts coming back to reality and seeing the new place more realistically, the good and bad. Morale then begins to go down little by little until the 3-month point, which can often be the lowest point in the cycle emotionally. Physical health is often affected as well. Then between 3 and 6 months, one's morale gradually improves until at 6 months, the person feels normalized. So just a couple of months before I have to leave, I'll feel fine. Anyway, she said this phenomenon was taught to all of the patriots, or the expatriates, in a special class for new hires in an overseas company we worked in. If you knew the pattern, it's easier to get through. Well, I've never heard that specific, what she's sharing there, but I don't disagree that you do go through phases. I'm not sure that exact timeline is exactly right, But, well, BP, you're in the live stream, so I'm not sure why you're not viewing it. Anyway, thanks, NYCE. I'll look at the email after the stream. Anyway, the thing about that is I'm not sure that it follows that exact timeline, because I can tell you, I've been here 6 weeks. The first week was a blur because I was just, I was overwhelmed. I was exhausted from the move. I was exhausted from jet lag. I was just kind of out of it the first week. I mean, it's just a blur. And then I kind of felt strange, like just so it was so everything was so strange and it was overwhelming. And and so that hit me. And then um what was I going to say? Oh, and then it's ever since then, it's been like I'll go through a day or two of like kind of a slump and then I bounce back. So I wouldn't say like I've been here 6 weeks already. So I'm halfway to that 3-month period that she said is a low point. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think I'm going to have this strange kind of like maybe 5 days out of the week, I'm fine. And then a day or two, I have like a day where I'm just like, what am I doing? So, but I think with me, I wouldn't even describe it as culture shock that much because having been exposed to other cultures in my life, it's not, I actually really enjoy, this person I was talking to today, they said, well, do you like it over here? And I said, I do. There's so many things I mean, there's things that I'm still adjusting to, but overall, do I really like it over here? Yes, I do. I do. It doesn't feel that weird to me. I mean, the language is different. Obviously, once I get to the UK, the language won't be as strange to me, but the language is different. But other than that, some of the things are still like no ice, lack of screens on the windows, which isn't a problem for me yet, but come summer, it will be. So yes, I saw that HFC. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think everybody's a little different, is what my point is. I think if you come to another country and you have never lived overseas before, I think you get hit with a lot more culture shock. So I think you can't generalize to everybody, is I guess what I'm saying. I think everybody just kind of has to do it at their own speed. So I shared that with you because it was interesting. And I don't think it's necessarily totally wrong, but I think everybody adapts differently, is my point. So I would never generalize that everybody's going to hit a point at 3 months where they're really depressed going to a new place. I don't think that's really true. LH asked a good question. Do you find it hard to not buy a lot of stuff? No, not at all. I love not buying stuff. I've only had to buy like the suitcase thing. And of course, I had to buy a freaking laptop so I can do my live streams like this. But okay, BP. Sorry. I guess I sound really annoying. He doesn't have to watch me then. But no, I don't mind not buying. Like somebody asked me if I bought souvenirs and I'm like, no, why would I do that? First of all, I can't afford that. Second of all, my videos are my souvenirs. What everything I film, that's my souvenir of the place. That's much more meaningful than buying some sort of, trinket or something like that. So no, the good thing is when I was younger, I used to like to buy souvenirs, things and stuff like that. I just have no interest in it. First of all, I can't carry it around and I don't have a home. So where am I going to take that to? So anyway, actually they do have the paper towels now, Darlene. So I'm good with that. In fact, I was at Monoprix and they had really good paper towels, it looked like. Now, I'm not in the market to buy some more while I'm here, but I do know they actually have better quality paper towels some places too. So, yeah, the paper towel thing, that's a non-issue now. Still have an issue about the screens because when summer comes, if I'm staying in a place with no AC, it's gonna bug me. Literally bug me. Get it? Oh, Lucy laughed at that. Bug her. Yeah. Yes, I saw they had cottage cheese cat Z, but I didn't get any. I'll probably wait and try some when I go to Dijon. So I might get some there. Thanks, Letty Hetfield. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank your hubby. Yeah, Monopoly is the answer. I know. I know. So yeah, I'd say right now the things I'm going to do a video on the things that I really like about being in France, let's say, because that's all I can speak to at this point. Because there's a lot of little things that I really love here. But I'd say the things that are hard for me are still like I said, the idea of screens, which I'm sorry, people have given me all sorts of reasons why screens never caught on here, but I still don't get it. It's just civilized to not have bugs flying in your house. I'm just it's, you're never going to convince me otherwise. And then I don't understand the lack of ice for the drinks. Just don't. Um, Someday came, I'm taking the train to Dijon. I'd already gotten my ticket like over a month ago. So I have to change trains in Lyon, which I'm not looking forward to. But now I don't have the beast suitcase. It should be easier. And yeah, if I were staying over, if I ever am living over here and get residency, I would have to get some kind of like portable screens to put up. There's no question. That just Karen, that's great. She has all the bug emojis up there. I know. Yeah, the screens, they've got to happen for me. I can't live, I wouldn't be able to live over here without screens in the summer. So, lovely see you to see you. We're just laughing about screens. Anyway. Oh, I'm just as quick. It's not a stopover, Jean-Marc. I got to change trains. I think I have like half an hour. So I just got to get over to the train for Dijon. So the longest is getting from here to Lyon. And I think it's only like an hour or so from Lyon to Dijon. So, yeah, that'll be a long travel day on Saturday, the 19th. And then, but I'm really looking forward to my Airbnb there because I sounds like lovely hosts that are just going to be so nice. So, and I'm so excited because I'm in a Airbnb in the heart of Old Dijon. So I literally will be able to just walk. There's like everything's like even closer than where I'm at now to like the main part of town. So I really am looking forward to that. So any other questions you guys have? Where are we at on time? Okay, we have about 25 more minutes. You guys have any other questions for me? I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to mention. Oh, there is one more thing. While you guys are thinking of questions, I did want to mention that I don't know. I had such a weird response to the video I put up yesterday about my budget. I mean, mostly again, it was positive and people are, great about that. Thanks, Darlene. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kat. Yeah, I guess let me give you that first. Well, I have not done anything about that Social Security issue with the them taking out the Medicare Part B supplement because I kind of researched it and then I really thought about it. And I don't know. It's my intuition is just saying, let it go. Because in the weird chance that I end up having to go back and stay in the US for good, then I don't get a penalty and I don't have to worry about it. And somehow there's like a part of me that says, just maybe this happened for a reason. So I honestly have not done anything about it. The longer answer is there isn't an easy way to deal with it from over here. I don't even have a printer. To be able to do the form, which I already had submitted, but it didn't get processed somehow. To do that form, I have to be able to go online, print the form out. I don't have a printer. I have no way to print the form out. So I'm going to have to, maybe at my next Airbnb, they might have a printer and I can do that from there, like my host, because they're right next door. So they might have a printer, or they might have an internet cafe there where you can go. Here, they don't really have a good place to go. I already tried to find one in town here. There is kind of an internet cafe, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I just want a place I could go in, get on the computer, print something out, and do that. Yeah, you would think the library, but I don't know. I've not researched the library here, and I'm not sure. I'm just going to wait till I get to Dijon. So, and plus, as Elizabeth just pointed out, it's in disarray over at Social Security. I'm kind of worried that if I stir the pot and try to make a change at this point, it might screw my whole thing up even worse. So, for now, I'm just going to trust thank you, Annie. I'm trusting my gut, and I'm going to at least wait till I get to Dijon. And if I can print something out and send it back to the States, then maybe I will be able to get that rectified. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And Lisa, yeah, I know. That's the thing, is if I ever end up getting residency over here, I'll definitely be able to live cheaper. So anyway, back to what I was saying about the video yesterday about the budget. I'm not sure I'm going to put up, my initial thought was I'm going to do one of these budget videos every week not every week, every month, to let you know what I spent. But I don't know. First of all, YouTube didn't seem to like it, so they weren't pushing it out. And that's always concerning to me when they do that. I'm not sure why. I would have thought they would have pushed anything like to do with finances or budgeting. They tend to like to put out generally, but for some reason they didn't really push it out. So, oh, sorry, Elizabeth. Yeah, that sounds like the norm people are having. And so I may not be doing one every month. In fact, I may do like two, maybe another couple of ones certain months, but I'm just not doing one every month. Plus, I got a lot of hate. People were criticizing every weird thing. And I don't understand it. Like, somebody gave me a hard time because, well, did you convert from euros to dollars so that we know No, my rent is actually in dollars, so that's not a conversion. That's almost half my budget. But no, I didn't. I just shared what I spent. Yes, there is a difference between euros and dollars. In fact, an increasing difference every day because the dollar is losing value as we sit here. So that was really depressing. And then I got somebody else that said, I couldn't believe this one. Somebody else said, and I actually, they, they said, oh, well, you need to share what your interest that you're paying on your credit cards is then. What? Seriously? It's like, I told you what I paid on my credit cards. What difference does it make if there's interest? Because I'm sharing what I'm paying at that time. So I don't understand people. I really don't. They just want to nitpick everything. And honestly, I got so angry reading the comments the first 3 hours that video was out. And I thought, I just don't understand that. So anyway, I can't go through that every month is all I'm saying. So I will share with you probably. I might do next month. I don't know that I'll do June because June is going to be bad. I will just tell you that I will have spent too much money in June because I already know that. And I'm not going to share it because I know what's going to happen. People are just going to judge me. Oh, and then everybody was judging, like, you're spending too much on food. Not really. I'm not eating out every meal. I'm not eating out every day. Like, and I don't have a full kitchen here. And I have a really minimal ability to cook here. So I just don't even understand people. I'm sharing the food thing was including everything. Like what I spend at the grocery store to get supplies, which I usually drop in at my little market every other day and get some things. And then I usually eat lunch out like 3 times a week. None of that's expensive. I never spend more than 20 euros for lunch. So, and then but it's like it adds up. If people actually wrote down their expenses every single day, you would see how much it actually adds up. So, anyway, I appreciate some of you that are saying good things about how you liked what I, shared, but I know, but if you guys could sit there and read this crap that people send you, it's just anyway. Yeah, so I'm not doing it every month. It's just kind of ridiculous. So, but I will still share at least a couple more times on the trip about like what I've spent that month and stuff like that. So, but it's just not going to be every month. So, anyway, okay. No, I'm sorry, Connie. I did not do a tour. Well, you're seeing most of it right here. There's a bed over here. There's a closet over here. There's a little door right here that goes to the little alcove where there's a kitchenette and a bathroom, which are not much to see, I'm telling you. And then there's a sliding glass door to a little balcony over here. It's a little studio. It's not much to see. But I will tell you that from now on, every time I stay in an Airbnb, I will film it as soon as like I'm there. Like when I'm first there, I'll go ahead and film it and put it in a part of a video. Okay. So yeah, I've just not been I wasn't thinking about that when I checked into here. And so, um, yeah, I know. I know, Beth. I know. That's weird. I blocked and deleted that person. I'm just saying. I thought that is the most nitpicky thing I've ever heard in my life. Ugh. Elizabeth, you know what? I have not, I know they must have them in this town, the open air fruit and vegetable markets, but I have not seen one yet. They do have a market on Saturdays in that park that I go through for like, they sell antiques and like collectibles and stuff like that. In fact, I'm probably going to walk there on Saturday and earlier so that I can really get a look. Not that I'm buying anything, but just to look at stuff. And but no, I haven't seen. I know there are markets. They're not in my particular region that I go to. So okay. Yes, it is spring here, Zaza. It's beautiful. In fact, I filmed some things this week showing how beautiful the trees are looking. And what a difference from when I first arrived here. It's like we really felt like winter when I first got here. So it's really nice. She's just taking it all in. She's being very zen today, but she's zen a lot. So I wish I could live in her world all the time. Uh, yes, Elizabeth Ann, printemps. That's right. It's spring. That says spring in French. Yes. As James is sharing. James, you are so good with the emojis. You got them. You got them going there. Yeah, food for Lucy is through the roof. I know, llama food. Yeah, well, she eats a little of what I eat. Basically, she's good. Um, yeah, Ty, I thank you. I appreciate saying that, but no, I'll share some. I just not going to be every month. I just wanted to let you guys know that. No, not windy now. It's lovely. I'm enjoying it without the wind. We had that horrible wind here. So, not everything, Anne Marie. I haven't done everything I wanted to. That's why I said and I was telling Jeff today, I said, I probably am going to come back at least maybe for a week and come to Perpignan, or go, maybe not stay in Perpignan, but go to a place nearby. There's a lovely place called Carcassonne, that is like a medieval city. It's only like an hour away by train. There's a direct train that goes there. I would have loved to have gone and stayed there. Um, so I'm thinking maybe next time I come through, I'll just stay over there and maybe just come to Perpignan for a day or so. And because I would really, it looks beautiful over there. So, and I love the history stuff. Um, I know, Angela. I hear that. I follow a lot of, sorry guys, I got a hair in my mouth so bad. Thank you, Connie. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I I watch a lot of YouTubers. Like, do you guys watch Nate and Kara, the fabulous travel couple that are like gazillionaires or something at this point? I love their channel. I love, they do great videos and they go to fabulous places, but I can't identify. I just am probably never going to be in that realm. So, but I still love their videos. Oh, thank you, Muriel. You've been to Carcassonne? Okay. Yeah, I really would like to see that. Okay. Yes, Betty, I'm going to be in London for 3 days when I first get there at the end of May, and then I'll be there in and around the London area again, maybe for about a week and a half. I was trying to stay in London. I had kind of a place that I might have had, but it just kind of didn't work out. It wasn't going to work for me. So I wanted to stay in London longer, but I just couldn't get an accommodation that was going to work. So it's okay. Thanks for sharing that, Nonya. Let's see. Yeah, Kat, I won't be going to Sicily till September, 1st of September. I'm probably going to stay maybe just 2 weeks. I don't think I'm going to be in Sicily longer than that. I've just got other places to go. And now that I know I'm not going to ever be able to get citizenship in Italy, probably not going to get residency there. So it's not probably a place I'm going to apply. But I do have to go I have to go to where my grandmother's family was from, and, see my great grandparents' graves and see the house where my grandmother, I'm sure it's still there. I have a picture of it, so I should be able to identify it, and the address. So I just want to see things like that, the family stuff. Thank you, Jean-Marc. Yeah, and I've still been following Snow and Kurt and their tremendous West Africa adventures, which just, I mean, I'm having PTSD from being in the Peace Corps in West Africa every time I watch their video, because I swear it looks just the same. Like, things other than people using cell phones, there's almost no difference in West Africa from now back to 1977. I mean, that's how it's just, so I'm watching their nightmare and I'm having PTSD over it. So I can't, like, I watch it once a week, but that's all I can do. Like, I just can't. Yeah. I'm sure they're fine because they film these, like, they post them like they're already somewhere else by now. So I know they're probably fine. But yeah, I got to tell you, you couldn't pay me enough money to do what they're doing. So yeah, I don't know why. I just say this. I don't know why they thought traveling through West Africa in a van was a great idea. Because I got to tell you, I could have told them, don't do that. Don't do that. So enter you, it says Allison, comma, Y or W. Did it get cut off? Your comment, enter you? Okay. Yeah, I can't, I put it on minimal commercials, Cat Z, but they do commercials because it is the only way I get paid. So I don't only put it on the minimal though, conservative they call it. So I don't inundate you guys, but I do have to get something for doing live streams. Kim, your comment is right on here, so I don't know why you're saying it won't post. I went to Paris when I was first here. When I first arrived, I was in Paris for 3 days, Livy. I will be if I do fly out of Paris when I go back to the US, I will be in Paris again for maybe 3 days before I go. That's all I'm going to Paris. I've done Paris before. I don't need to be in Paris a lot. That's I had more interest in seeing the rest of France at this point. So, no interview. There's no other mod in here. No, I don't know what that's about. Coffee started during houses. I know some people get ads and some people don't, so I don't know. Yeah, YouTube will actually like if you post like links in your comments, like links to other sites, they will usually like it's like an automatic thing. They will just because they have a lot of problem with people posting links that are like scams and stuff, so they tend to like just delete that. I don't know otherwise. I didn't put any, I'm not deleting anything, so I don't know. Oh, it is possible, Maria. Yeah, if your post is too long, it might get yeah, it might get deleted automatically. I don't know. Well, as long as Social Security is still around, Brookster, yeah, you can keep Social Security retirement no matter where you live in the world. Medicare, you don't need, you can't use it anywhere else. So if you're going to live permanently out of the U.S., you wouldn't need Medicare. Oh, I'm sorry. Enter you. I don't know. I have no idea. So, yes, Nordic Light, thank you. I posted, yeah, I got to look into that Oyster card. I will tell you honestly, I have heard that it's not worth it. I was looking at some information about it, like complaints and comments about things, and they were saying it's don't bother with the Oyster card, but I will look into it personally. I did look into this. I am going to get the senior rail card. I didn't think you could get it if you were not a resident of the UK, but you can apparently. So I can get that in advance. It costs 35 pounds and then but it's good for like a year or something. And then I get reduced rates on all my trains. And I haven't booked any trains within the UK yet. So I'm going to get, it's the visitor Oyster card. Okay. Thank you, Nordic Light. Anyway, I'm going to get the senior rail card for sure, because I will definitely save on my train tickets. So, yes. See, Betty's saying don't bother with the Oyster card. Okay, see, some people, that's what I mean. I'm hearing good and bad about things, so I just got to figure it out. Okay. Let's see. Car not care. Autocorrect is killing you, coffee. Sorry. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that, Darlene. I am overall. It was very stressful getting ready to leave the US. You guys probably knew that if you've been watching me long enough. It was extremely stressful. And now that I'm adjusting to this new normal for myself, yeah, it is better. It definitely better for me. Not that there's still not stressors, not that there's still not things that, like I said, I have a day once in a while that I'm like bummed out for some reason, but you know, no, Jean-Marc, that's not true. I actually did go directly to the site. I'm able to get a UK rail card. I know, that's what I thought too. I argued with a viewer because she kept saying I could get it, and I went onto their site and I'm looking and I went through and I was putting in for it, and apparently I can get one. I just have to put my passport number on there, and I know, but people have said to me, you can't get it if you're not a resident. So again, I'm getting conflicting information. I will just see if I can. I didn't actually try to purchase it yet. So if it goes through and I get it, then we know I can do it. And if I don't, yes, Bear Paws, I did get my new suitcase. It's what's under my laptop right now. It's my new carry-on hard shell suitcase. So I have two smaller cases now and a backpack. So that's it. And I'm guarantee you by the time my trip is over, I'll be down to one suitcase and a backpack. Because it's going to get old really fast, even with this. So, oh, Peanut, thank you. Your aunt in Vizzini, Sicily. I don't know where Vizzini is. Is it near Agrigento? Because I'll be going to Agrigento. But yeah, you can always email me and ask me and give me information on that. My email's in the thing below, Peanut. So yeah. Edinburgh too. What are you saying, Betty, about Edinburgh? Yeah, I'm going to Edinburgh. Yeah, that's a for sure thing there. Okay, Jean-Marc. Well, again, I'm getting conflicting information. I'm getting information from people saying that I can do it as a visitor, and then people saying I can't. So let me try it. If it works, I will let you know. If it doesn't work, I will let you know. Yeah, I do have the visa entry. I did get my visa for the UK. I got that before I left the US. So I already have that. That's good for, I think that's good for 2 years or at least a year. But I got that visa online. And so I'm already in their system. And so when I go through passport thing, it should show that I'm good. Yes, Enter You. We have lovely spring coming here. Beautiful. Oh, the fragrance here. If I had smell-o-vision and I could, there's so many citrus trees, and the citrus trees are like smelling beautiful, and all these wonderful flowers are out. The smells are beautiful right now. Okay. Coffee. No, I'm not going to Russia. I can guarantee you. I already did that. I was in Russia in the 1970s when it was the Soviet Union, and I saw St. Petersburg and Moscow, which was then called Leningrad and Moscow. And I've done that. So I don't need to go back. And considering the turmoil going on, no, I would not go there right now. Just saying. Yes, I know. Oh, Lisa, I tell you, you're going to be getting, even though this is not primarily a travel channel in the sense of like normal travel videos, you're definitely going to see a lot more of that when I get to the UK for sure, because I'm like a nut for all the history stuff and whatever. So yeah, I will be. See, Nordic Light is telling Jean-Marc that, again, it's for everyone over 60. So I know. I went to their site, Jean-Marc. I'm telling you, it doesn't say you are excluded if you're not a UK citizen, or a UK resident. So I will tell you if it goes through or not. If it goes through, then we know I can do it. Well, I'm going to be there, Coffee. Somebody did share with me that they said something like, oh, wouldn't want to go to the UK. It's just horrible. And, it would be a nightmare. Why would you want to come here? Okay, well, first of all, everybody's told me that about a lot of places. And it usually never works out that way. So I think it's different if you come from a country, like if people asked me about certain places in the US, which I don't think are maybe great. And I would say, oh, don't go to that place, because I know it. I've been there a number of times, or I've lived there at some point in my life, and I'd go, no, don't go there. Like, I think if you're a person that lives in a country, you have a different perspective than a visitor coming in, is my point. I've never been to the UK, so I have nothing to compare it with. So people that say the UK is not like it was 20 years ago, well, that's meaningless to me because I didn't see it 20 years ago. To me, it's going to be fine. It's going to seem fine because I don't have anything to compare it to. Does that make sense to everyone? So I understand that those of you that are from the UK or went to the UK a long time ago, that you would have a different perspective. And I respect that. It's just that that's not going to be my reality. So me going to Edinburgh, it doesn't matter that it's changed. I won't know the difference. I'll just know it's amazing. It is an amazing city from in fact, I know a lot of people that still say it's their favorite city to go to, Edinburgh. So I'm sure it's fine, guys. Just Well, that's good for you, coffee. I actually, believe it or not, it was really beautiful when it was in the USSR. I'm just saying, it really was. The place was spotless. It was clean. It was just an amazing, and there were very few foreigners there then. So it was really amazing. Like I said, I had my adventure there. I don't need to go again, but Elizabeth, I appreciate you asking. I'm not going to give the town. There's always a chance that I might have to go back there, so I really don't want to talk about the actual town I was in. But I just say if you go to you just look up rural California places that have senior places and you'll find a bunch. There's a whole bunch throughout California. So I just say start, looking, you just go to, looking it up which place has affordable senior housing. Okay. Yeah, Inverness. I'm going to Inverness, Aberdeen, and Edinburgh, Lisa. So I hear they're all good in their own way. And I'm going to go down to see Loch Ness. I know that. Nessie, she wants to go there. She's like, I got to see the Loch Ness monster. I told Lucy that it's not real, but she is not convinced and she wants to see it for herself. So I have promised her she can see Loch Ness. um, I'm trying to read the comments over here. I know. Well, it might even take a little boat out on Loch Ness if they have. I'm sure they have little tours out on Loch Ness, so we might even get on a boat, Lucy and I, to out there. So anyway, we'll probably do that, right, Lucy? Yeah, make promises to her. Otherwise she gets itchy feet and she wants to, she went off to see the Pyrenees by herself. Who knows what she's going to do next. So I have a feeling when I go to Dijon, she's going to take off to see the Alps. She loves the mountains. She was born in the mountains. She was born in the Andes. So she loves the mountains. And so I can't keep her down. Can't keep her down. No, she paid for that herself. Basically she got tips as she went on her trip. She's so cute. She'd take pictures with people and she'd get tips. So no, I didn't have to build her into the budget. She's very self-sustaining that way. Thanks, Blue Beanie. That was funny. um Yeah, Lisa. Well, I'll let you. Have you been there before to Aberdeen? Because if you have not, I will tell you what my impressions are. I will be there a week. I have a week in Aberdeen. So I'll let you know what I think of it. Well, if I'm still getting YouTube at that point, Kat, I don't qualify for Section 8 or I won't qualify for low income housing probably. I mean, I might. It depends on how much I'm making on YouTube. So everything just depends on my income. So yeah, I'd like to go to the West Coast and the islands. I can't do everything this trip. So I'm doing what I call the most essential places. And so anyway. And I'm not going to Glasgow. I just, I felt like it was more important. I have to go to Edinburgh. That was my priority. But also, I wanted to go to the Inverness and Aberdeen just appealed to me more than going to another like larger city like Glasgow. So, I had to, I'm only going to be in Scotland about 2.5 weeks total because that's all I could afford. I mean, it's expensive in Scotland to stay like Airbnbs are. Now, maybe getting a regular housing isn't, but yeah. I'm going to Germany mid-May, right before I go to the UK. I'm only going to be there a week. If I really love it, I might come back in the fall, but yeah, I only have a week in Germany. So yes, Nordic Light. I'm going to Albania after the UK, tentatively July 10th. Is when I would fly from the UK direct to Albania. Oh, somebody asked me that I just have to share this. It cracked me up. So, and people are just trying to be helpful. So, and I realize that. But this person said something like, well, you could go to Andorra because it's not a Schengen, it's not in the Schengen zone. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I have to look that up. She was right. It's not in the Schengen zone. So I could technically go to Andorra for 90 days. But I couldn't leave there because the only way to get into Andorra is through France or Spain. You can't fly in. There's no airport, like major airport. So I don't think it's real feasible that I could stay in a little tiny Andorra for 90 days, but it was funny. It's not in the Schengen zone. The person was right. So anyway. Yes, I'm going to Tirana. I'm just going to stay in Tirana, Albania. And so I'm arriving in the UK on May 25th, Jean-Marc. So I will be there May 25th. I arrive in London on the Eurostar from Brussels. So yeah, I know. Angela Trapped. I don't even know if they have Airbnbs in Andorra. Like, I don't even know where I would stay. I mean, I know they have hotels, but it's expensive. And I can imagine that it would be expensive to stay in Andorra for 90 days. So yeah. Council, the flats cost £395 a month. So you've looked into this. Well, that's great to know. I can't stay there, but yeah, it's good to know. That's certainly affordable. Well, Rainbow Fuchsia, I will keep a UK meetup in mind. We're going to, by the way, we've been at this an hour and 17 minutes. So let's just go about 5 more minutes. But yes, I don't know though. I mean, honestly, if I do a meetup, it will probably be the end of June after I'm back in the London area from Scotland. That's what I'm thinking. But I will certainly let you guys know on a live stream. Any of you that live in the UK, if you want to meet me, it'd probably be in the London area and we could do a meetup. So I'll keep you posted. Okay. Zaza just looked at Andorra on the map. It's very small. Yeah, it's a very small country, but it's an independent country and it's not in the Schengen zone. Who knew that? That would have been a great trivia question. I never would have guessed that. So, yeah, I would, Myrna, but the problem is most of these countries are in the Schengen zone. And my big problem is I have to leave France or not France. I have to leave the Schengen zone by May 27th. And then I can't come back for 90 days. That's just the deal. So most of the countries like Serbia and Croatia, they're all in the Schengen zone now. So I can't even go there in the summer. So my whole summer is in the UK and then Albania. That's how I have to do it, just because that's the logistics of it. I can't, can't stay anywhere else. So it kind of, that's what I mean. It kind of is a bummer. You have to really make adjustments. So anyway. Okay, you're in Paddington, Jean-Marc. Okay. Well, when it gets closer to the time, you can send me an email and, get to meet you and your family. Um, I'm actually looking forward. I know UK is not known for their food really, but I got to tell you, I'm very excited about a couple of things. First of all, English breakfasts. I've been really missing because I mean they're closer to US breakfast, American breakfast. I'm missing my, like, breakfast, like, having eggs in the morning and I'm gonna have a couple, not a lot, but I will have, like, English breakfast, like the full English breakfast a couple times, and I love afternoon tea. I just love that. I'm gonna do that in London when I get there. I'm one of the first things I wanna do is go for an afternoon tea somewhere. So, there's some things and fish and chips. The place we were eating at today, they had fish and chips on the menu, and I said, no, I will not be getting those in France." Just sorry, not known for their fish and chips here. So, I'll be waiting till I get to the UK for the old fish and chips. So, yeah. So, there's certain things that, yeah, I wanna eat when I get over there. Yeah, they have, like, the baked beans with the breakfast. That's wonderful. Yeah. I'm looking I do it's funny, I do watch some, I've watched a lot of videos about people going around and comparing, like, afternoon teas, and then people comparing, like, the English breakfast. They'll go to various places that have, like, a full English breakfast, and they can, so I've watched those, and it made me really hungry. I was like, "Yes, give me that." So, okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up because we've gone an hour and 21 minutes, right, Lucy? Yeah, Lucy's not tired at all. She never gets tired because she's young. She's a young person. She's a young llama. So she never gets tired. She's always upbeat, never gets depressed. Like I said, she's the best. So anyway, I got to smooth down her little tassel there. Okay. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for being here. Um, I know, Jen, we have to get me some kind of visa. So because, I know people can do the Schengen shuffle for a long time. I don't see me being able to do this for like ever. So I really need a home at some point. I need a place. And then I can always go travel, and go a little side trips to places. But for now, oh, hi, Darlene. Yeah, for now, we got to just, she's not even tired. She'll be up till, she usually doesn't even go to sleep till after I go to sleep. So just, bye, James. Thank you for being here. I know, Jean Marc, you're so young. You're so much younger than a lot of us. I know. Nordic Light, it does Schengen shuffle. It sounds like a dance. It is kind of a weird little dance. But anyway, next week will be an hour earlier. I will put it up on the scheduling. Next week will be my last week in Perpignan for a live stream. And then the next live stream after that will be in Dijon. So I'll be able to share a lot with you there. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend coming up and a wonderful week to come. Oh, can we get the likes up before we get out of here? If you have not hit the like button already, hi, Bronwyn. Welcome in. Come on, we're at 213. You can get it more than 213. Come on, guys, hit the like button. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I'll have a video out for you Sunday, and it should be good. It'll be a lot of scenic stuff around Perpignan. Thank you, guys. Thanks for hitting the like button. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're big on Easter here because it's a lot of Catholics in France. So yeah, they're definitely doing. In fact, I'm arriving in Dijon the day before Easter. so So I better run to the market and get some food. I will have a fridge there at my little my Airbnb is a lot like very much more minimal in some ways than here. So I will have a fridge, no cooktop or anything like that. But I got to run to the store and get something because I won't be able to probably go out for Easter. So I'll have to eat some, get some sandwich stuff or something to eat. Anyway, I'll see you guys next Thursday, an hour earlier, and have a wonderful weekend and week to come. And take care, all of you. Be kind always. Keep moving forward. Take care. Bye. Wait a minute. I gotta click this off. There we go. Okay. Bye, guys.